For the start of the season, albeit maybe not officially with tomorrow night being an exhibition, but I know our guys are excited about playing somebody else and playing in front of people. I think that'll be good. The team we're playing is good. Won 27 games last year, returned basically 4 double-figure scores. They're athletic. This will be an exhibition, but and some of it was intentional. We wanted to play a good team. We just felt like that would be important for this group of guys. So, you know, looking at them on film, that's what they are. They're a good team. They're disciplined and athletic and very, very obviously win 27 games at the Division II level. You're a quality team. I'm sure it'll be a team that'll be nationally ranked for a good part of the season. So we'll need to be ready and looking forward to it.
Chris, it looked like at the end of practice that we could watch yesterday, you were showing guys video of Clay Thompson. Are you just trying to inspire someone to hit 14 threes? Do you do that after every practice? No, we don't. We were not showing 14 made threes. We were showing his teammates' reaction to his teammates enjoying their reaction to that moment and to really that night of his. That was the purpose for the film. Okay. And this is unrelated, but you talked about this team's ability to maybe not shoot the three better, but you have more guys who can shoot threes this year. Like, how much are you going to have to hang your hat on that offensive ability? Are you going to have to be a team that shoots well from three to be successful, or is it just, you know, can you get your wins scored inside of the guys in last year?
Well, I think that, I just think that's the makeup of our team is, I think in the scrimmage the other day we had 7 different guys make a three. We didn't have one guy, you know, make 14, but we had 7 different guys make a three. And I think that's, in particular, what you're looking for in your team is as opposed to 1 or 2 guys that can really shoot, multiple guys. You know, we're still going to obviously play through the post, and we're still going to utilize our guys in there, in particular Caleb and others that can score. And we're still going to continue to drive the ball. Do I feel like that our potential to get to the line, free throw line, maybe is as great as it was last year? Not necessarily. We had that a lot in JT, and then Katie got better on that end, and then Caleb did a pretty good job of it. So that is something we'll have to improve in, but I do think our ability should prove over time to be good.
As far as showing guys teammates celebrating for Clay, is that trying to preseason, let's show guys like what a team looks like? Is something that you felt has been lacking you needed to address with the guys, or what? I guess why decide to do that?
Yeah, no, I did not feel like it's something that needed to be addressed by any stretch. You know, I just, you know, we watch a lot of film. We're watching ourselves a lot in the preseason. We watch ourselves a lot throughout the season. You know, once every day or every other day, I will show them a clip of something that could be completely unrelated to basketball, or it could be completely unrelated to our team. I showed them a football clip the day before in a practice game, or excuse me, before practice, right before practice. And it's like 1 minute, which, you know, given young people's attention span, fits right into their perfect viewing time. But so it could be a variety of things. It breaks up the monotony of always the clips being about us. And you know, if there's a good example from another team or another sport, or even another walk of life that we feel like relates to how you want your team to construct, how we want our team to conduct themselves, then we want to show it. I'm always looking for stuff like that.
You just said that this is obviously going to be a tough exhibition game as far as exhibition games go, and you talked about the start of the schedule. Why did you think this was a team or a situation that you wanted to have? I mean, you could have set it up differently.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Gavin games was controlled that, but why why did you want to do this with this group when you're getting this season started?
Well, I think some of it is in your control and some of it isn't. I think the exhibition game, we know the origins of that. Some former players of Eldon, and we're looking forward to having him back. But they requested that, and I thought it was a terrific on their part. But we also recognize that they're a quality team, so we felt some benefit in that. Now, maybe they're more quality than we were hoping. In terms of like Cincinnati, that was always going to be an early season game, Adam. So, whether that was going to be your first, second, or third, that's typically going to, given that game, that was going to be an early season game. The Gavitt game comes at us early. It just so happens that it's at an incredibly hard venue and place to play. And then, most important, in my mind, as we're thinking, we have Fort Wayne team in there that has been a very good mid-major basketball team for a number of years. So, am I concerned about this stretch? Sure. I'm anxious to see how we respond to, and hopefully, as coaches, we can help our guys navigate our way through it.
Chris, when you play a team like this, but it's an exhibition, do you scout them at all, or do you just kind of work on what you're doing? And is it any different from if you were playing maybe a lower tier team in this exhibition?
Yeah, I think to some degree the quality of exhibition opponent can determine your preparation, but more than anything, you're trying to have your guys begin to learn how we prepare for the regular season right around the corner. So, we typically will do a little bit more kind of leading up from scrimmage to exhibition to first game, to where it's full go by the time we get our first game.
And then compared to where you were this time last year, I know it's a completely different group, but you said time and time again last year you were surprised by what last year's team did as the season went on. Just, I guess, inside the coach's room, what's, I guess, the feeling compared this time to last year?
Just a lot. I think we're all anxious as a group, excited about this team, excited about the progress they made in the preseason, but also anxious because we have a lot of questions that we have to answer as a group, and we did last year, but I think also, as I've said a number of times, you had some knowns there too with last year's group. Our concerns last year were backcourt depth and how are we going to handle pressure and all those kind of things. But we had some knowns there too with guys that had produced. And we have some this year, but we've got a lot of questions that we have to answer. So I think more than anything, we're excited, we're anxious, and looking forward to learning a lot about our group here. And, I think this stretch will tell us a whole lot really quickly, whether we like it or not.
Last year's team played for one another from the get-go, and does it look like this team could be that way?
Well, I would hope that that's what is said about our team every year. Oftentimes that's a choice that your group makes individually, collectively. So I would hope that that's what is said about this group, but by no means are we taking that for granted as a given. We're going to have to demonstrate that. And I do think it was on both ends. We were tied together pretty well in most games. Maybe not every game, but most games we were really tied together. Hopefully that's a common thing with this group, but we've got to prove that. It's not passed down from one team to the next.